Hello everyone, Spartan 9013, and today we're going to review a video that I saw like a few days ago. Well, not I didn't see it yet, but I saw in my recommendations, and it's from watchmojo.com. Totally check them out. Um, so the title says Top 10 Worst Things That Naruto Has Done. So I that caught my eye, so I gotta watch this, and I'm gonna do a little review about it and give my own opinion as well. And of course, go over there, check them out, subscribe to them, do whatever. They're pretty good people overall. But in the past, they've done a couple incorrect things, but that's all right. Let's check them out, right? Let's give them a chance. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
Hey, how's it going? Ever heard about this game called
Oh
League of
fuck,
Legends?
advertisement.
Well, you're hearing about it now. Check it out. Each game you get put into a team of 5, or
Well, League of Legends advertisement for you guys if you're interested.
The knuckle-headed ninja has made a few dick moves. Believe it. I'm Ashley with Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst things Naruto has done.
Trying to trick me, eh, wise guy? Well, forget it!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You can't talk no jutsu your way out of this one, champ, because we're looking at your worst actions from the distasteful
Hey,
to the
can we just appreciate the fact that he's wearing a Mineta shirt? Like, props to him, man. Like, takes a man with big balls to wear a Mineta shirt, knowing that everybody hates him. Yeah, good job, man. I appreciate that.
downright criminal. We love you, Naruto, but you've done some
I just
messed up
noticed
stuff.
the shirt.
Now let's get to that list. Number
Alright.
10, Vandalizing Hokage Rock.
We always pay for your screw-ups.
Like I care.
Naruto may want to become the Hokage, the leader of his ninja village, but he doesn't begin the series on a path towards that goal. Quite the opposite.
Naruto, come back here when I get my hands on you! You crossed the line this time, Naruto!
Okay,
One of
okay.
the first things we see the orange-clad ninja in training do is to deface the massive monument to previous Hokages with paint.
You're just bent because you don't have the guts to do what I do, ya, losers?
Naruto's only punishment after being berated by his teacher is to clean up the mess he's made.
You're not going home till you've cleaned off every single...
You know what? I actually agree with this. That's one of the worst things he has done, vandalism. That's not a good example for the children. And now, father and son, Boruto did the same.
drop of paint.
While it's true he's only 12 and can hardly pay for the damages with the money he doesn't have, in the real world, vandalizing a national monument would carry a far heavier sentence.
That was too easy.
Oh yeah, Naruto!
Number 9, not telling Konohamaru his student is Orochimaru's son.
Alright, let's listen to their reasoning. This one, let's listen to it. I want to know what they want to say.
Naruto's young protege, Konohamaru, ends up becoming the teacher of Naruto's son, Sasuke's daughter, as well as Mitsuki, the son/creation of Orochimaru.
お前たちに与えられる番号は第3番。
へえ、7班じゃないんだ。
そして担当は俺だこれ。
However, there's the small problem that Naruto neglected to tell Konohamaru of Mitsuki's origins, given that Orochimaru killed Konohamaru's grandfather.
どういうことですか ?7 代目。
このハマる。美月はオロチマルの息子なんだ。
Granted, Naruto kept Mitsuki's identity a secret from almost all the village, and no one should be judged for the sins of their parents, but you'd think he would have told the man in charge of teaching and leading the boy something that would cut so close to home.
お前のじいちゃんの。
I mean, Naruto did give his reasoning behind it, and I don't think that's one of the worst things, because he was afraid of him being judged and like being treated horribly by Konohamaru because of the things Orochimaru did in the past. If I see in a different scenario, if he knew that Mitsuki was Orochimaru's son, or I should say clone, then I feel like Konohamaru would have pushed them aside and encouraged Boruto and Sarada to a degree to avoid Mitsuki. And I feel like that would have made Mitsuki into an enemy. And I think it's pretty solid when I say this because really, Mitsuki does not have any quote unquote feelings. So, just making sure my microphone is picking up. So, I feel like if Konohamaru knew and just pushed him aside, he wouldn't have no remorse in betraying the village, right? And when we see it in the Hidden Stone arc in Boruto, he did not kill anyone because his heart was with the village and the bonds that he created. So the idea of Naruto not telling Konohamaru that Mitsuki was Orochimaru's son, well, it was kind of a good idea because Mitsuki is really powerful. Like, and if you have Mitsuki, someone like Mitsuki as an enemy, then that would become a problem because we've seen how he handled with Shino, and Shino is a very powerful opponent, right? He's a uh, above the average Oni, I would say. So if Mitsuki didn't have any bonds with anyone, then I feel like he would have betrayed the village outright, and then he would have literally killed Konohamaru. Because let's be honest, I don't think Konohamaru will stand a chance against Mitsuki. But, eh.
Number 8, stealing a forbidden scroll.
Okay, I'll give them this one, alright? Just like the first one we saw, I'll give them this one. Because having a 13-year-old with a forbidden scroll that has like all forbidden jutsu, and then just have someone from the hidden sand, let's say, spot this kid, like that would have caused a lot of problems, especially considering that this scroll could also contain the Eros Tensei. So just, oh my gosh, it's insane.
Naruto. He stole the sacred scroll. You mean the scroll of sealing?
You got 2 points.
One of Naruto's defining traits is his thirst to improve himself and be accepted. So when he fails his test to become a ninja, a corrupt teacher suggests that he steal a forbidden scroll to prove his skills, in order to take the scroll for himself and conveniently point the blame at Naruto.
This is a serious crime.
That scroll contains secrets that were sealed by the first Hokage, secrets known only to our village.
If it falls into the wrong hands, they can destroy our entire way of life.
Although the Shadow Clone technique Naruto learns from the scroll enables him to defeat the teacher and become one of his signature moves, he still broke the law and committed theft. Once again though, he merely gets a slap on the wrist.
Imagine
There's no longer any need to
imagine if someone in real life stole the Declaration of Independence. Like imagine how, oh my gosh, that would be insane. We'll be having the police, the National Guard, the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, and all the other branches of the military searching for this one dude. I seriously, this is like, I feel like that would be the same degree as stealing the Forbidden Scroll. That would be really interesting to see how the government would react if someone stole the Declaration of Independence. Oh my gosh. So yeah, Watch Mojo gets a point for this one because really, that forbidden scroll has so many jutsu in it. So it's up to the imagination how much trouble someone would be if they had this scroll in their hands. Like someone like Sabusa, let's say someone like Sabusa, who was like got demolished by Kakashi. Just imagine Sabusa having like a shit ton of forbidden jutsu. Oh my gosh, that would be insane.
Lord Hokage.
The fight would have been shorter.
The scroll's safe. Naruto will be back soon.
Number 7, teaching sexy jutsu to a kid.
Everything right, Mark? Transform!
One of Naruto's more absurd signature moves involves him altering his appearance into a nude female version of himself to use against perverted opponents to catch them all off guard. This ridiculous technique proves useful a surprising number of times, despite or because of how risque it is. His least admirable use of it, though, occurs when he teaches it to Konohamaru.
Transform!
Well, do I look like her?
Oh, and did we mention that the kid was just 8 years old at the time? Granted, Naruto is 12 when he does it, but it's still not a great idea to instruct a minor how to attract older men with a gender-bending magical ninja move, regardless of age.
Hi there.
I don't know how to defend Naruto because of this, because they do have a point. I mean, to be fair, Konohamaru was kind of a spoiled brat, so if anything bad happened to him, like nobody would have cared at that point. But yeah, Watch Mojo does have a good point with this one. Like, it's the same thing as exposing a kid to pornography, and they literally went to a shop just to get magazines of freaking naked females. So yes, Watch Mojo 3 points, Naruto 1.
Yeah, like my jutsu?
Number 6, it took abduction for him to understand romantic love.
Because I love you. I always will.
For all his faults and wrongdoings, Naruto does have good qualities and even admirers such as Hinata, who even confesses her love to him and nearly dies shortly afterwards. However, while the fact that Naruto doesn't respond to her feelings after this is bad enough, what's worse is that it takes Hinata being kidnapped by a guy from the moon, yes, really, for Naruto to properly figure out what Hinata meant to him in return.
It has been destined since antiquity. Hinata and I shall be wed.
You'll be wed?
We'll admit that Naruto lacked proper examples of love growing up, but you'd think after chasing after Sakura for so long, he'd have learned something.
Hinata.
I mean, it's a half and half situation in this one. Because Naruto really he was tunnel vision. All he cared about was being Hokage and getting into Sakura. And like he's naive. Just pick him as Goku, like a toned down Goku. Like he yes understands feelings, but everything he was exposed to for a mass majority of his life was loneliness and stuff like that. And when someone like Hinata like show her feelings to him, he didn't know how to react. Now in the pain arc, there was more important things to worry about than someone loving him. Let's be real here. Because Pain literally killed Jiraiya, killed Kakashi, destroyed the village, and he stabbed Naruto in multiple spots, and like he killed like a lot of people. So her declaring her love for Naruto really was not as important in this situation he was found to be in. And Pain also killed the frog. I don't remember his name. I'll call it Pa because that's what the female frog says. Pa. So like he killed him, and yeah. So in that situation, yes, he wasn't in a very tight situation. But after killing Pain, he should have just walked to Hinata. So I guess I'll give this one to Watch Mojo. I guess they actually have someone who actually watched the series. Actually, I'm actually surprised.
Naruto.
That was a wholesome
Speaking
moment.
of which,
How cruel.
number 5,
Impersonating Sasuke.
need a better Mom? Network. With Boost, you get a super reliable, super fast nationwide
Yes,
network.
switch to
Time for a
Boost.
switch? Oh, I'm back.
No more resting glitch face.
Switch to Boost and get 4 lines, each with unlimited gigs for $100 a month. All on Boost's super reliable, super fast nationwide network.
Switch to Boost.
impersonating Sasuke to get Sakura to kiss him.
My stomach! What timing?
For much of the franchise, Naruto
Yeah, I'll give them
pines
this one
fruitlessly
too.
after his teammate Sakura Haruno, who in turn has a crush on their other teammate Sasuke Uchiha.
She's smiling at me.
Hey, but at least he had a little bit of karma, right? Because of the spoiled milk gave him diarrhea, so that was a little bit of karma to him for doing this. So I guess, but impersonating someone is really not a good thing. Let's go on.
I think she likes me in this headband.
Hey, Hey, whoa, where are you going?
Hi, Sakura, what's up?
Move it!
Early on, Naruto enacts a rather scummy scheme whereby he ties up Sasuke and assumes his appearance in order to get Sakura, who initially despises him, to kiss him.
It's true. I'm desperate.
While it doesn't work, thanks to some convenient indigestion, it's still identity theft, and him trying to trick Sakura into kissing him is damn low.
How horrible would be to be in the Naruto universe? Just think about it for a second. You're off in a mission, doing your thing, and like you walk into your house and you see your wife having sex with someone who looks like you, but in reality they're using the transformation jutsu. How horrible would that be? And then again, there's ninja that can sense chakra and stuff like that. So if you have a sensory type wife, then perhaps that might not be a problem. But not everybody is a sensory type ninja. So yeah, and if the person knows you personally, they could like mimic all of your habits and stuff like that, which is kind of creepy to be honest.
We love you, Naruto, but you were a terrible kid. Well, at least at first.
Yeah, at first.
Number 4, humiliating his son in front of everyone.
Oh, I know this one was gonna come.
渦巻きボルトは失格。今までの試合結果をどうするかはこれから審議だ。
When Naruto does eventually become Hokage, his kids, especially his son Boruto, have a lot to live up to. It's this high expectation, among other things, that leads Boruto to cheat and use an illegal ninja tool during the Chunin exams, a test for young ninjas.
俺は父ちゃんに見せつけなきゃならねえんだ。俺がやれるってこと。試練。
Instead of quietly removing his son from the arena, Naruto publicly disqualifies Boruto, humiliating him in front of a crowd.
To be fair, all right, and I'm gonna object to this point, right? Naruto would have done that to anyone. In fact, I feel like he would have punched someone if it wasn't his son, right? And it was stated in the rules that no ninja tools should be used. Also, he willingly accepted to cheat, right? Instead of using his own jutsu and his own fighting style, per se. It was all on Boruto, basically. All right, it was all Boruto is to blame for putting himself into this situation, right? Really, Naruto is not really to blame. He would have done that to anyone if he knew that somebody was using the ninja tools. So to say that this was a horrible thing for Naruto to do, just think about it. Like, like hello, he was gonna get embarrassed regardless, and if that was not Boruto cheating, Naruto would have probably punched someone, to be honest, or would have had a bigger humiliation than him being just like, hey, yes, you're no longer a ninja, da da da. So I feel like I'm gonna give it to Naruto because he literally said it in front of everyone, like in his face. He said it. No ninja tools are allowed because this is where we nature our ninja, and to see and have them work for to show their talents, to show the strength of the village and stuff like that. That's the purpose of the shooting exams. That's the purpose of the shooting exams, so that each village can show their getting abilities to other villages to see how much they progress, right? And to encourage other young ninja to work harder and become better ninja. So yeah, that I'll give it to Naruto, right? I'll give it to Naruto.
どういうことだこれは。
While we certainly don't
And like, and he knew there was high expectations because he's the son of the Hokage. So doing that just brings Naruto's name down the drain. And if Naruto didn't do anything, then people will say, yeah, this guy is corrupt. He's giving special treatment to Boruto, which will hurt Boruto down the line as well. So him giving Boruto discipline is actually a good thing.
don't condone cheating in any sort of event, Naruto didn't need to be so blatant about it, and he could have easily shielded Boruto from public ridicule.
お前は忍者失格だ。
Number 3. Making friends with those who killed his parents.
向こうのマダラの時はサンキューな。力をくれて。あれ、助かった。
I'm gonna give him I'm gonna let him
Naruto tends
speak.
to make his enemies into his friends or allies with startling regularity throughout his story. But one of the most bizarre and inexplicable is the fact that he befriends both the nine-tailed fox that was sealed inside him that killed his parents, as well as the mastermind who took control of the fox to do it. In the fox's case, making friends with him makes some sense, since working together grants Naruto greater strength and abilities. Still, we can't help but feel like making friends with the one responsible for his parents' deaths is kind of spitting on their sacrifice, even if the world is at stake, and no matter how much Naruto relates to him.
お前こそ、こっちへ来い。Obito!
Okay, I'm gonna give this one to Naruto, and here's my points and why. Right, so the Nine Tails. Minato and Kuchina seal the Nine Tails inside of Naruto for the purpose of Naruto to be able to use the Nine Tails power. Right, that was the whole purpose. And Naruto succeeded and also make the Nine Tails become his friend. Right, now in defense of the Nine Tails, right, he was under the genjutsu of Obito. And then after breaking out of the genjutsu, after Minato helped the Nine Tails get out of the genjutsu, right? The Nine Tails was pissed off, right? And at this point, he was not friends with anyone, and he hated humans because of the way they treated him and his brothers, right? So and Obito, right? He was manipulated by mothers from a young age. So, he had a lot of trauma growing up as well. So, yeah, I'm gonna give this one to Naruto. Next one.
Number 2. His obsession with Sasuke.
I'll beat you into oblivion if that's what it's gonna take to bring you back home!
One of the defining relationships in Naruto's life is his friendship/rivalry with his teammate Sasuke, for better or for worse.
Sasuke! I'm not letting Orochimaru take you away!
Fierce and competitive rivals, both of them are orphaned and have similar backgrounds, yet have fundamentally different outlooks on life. Eventually, Sasuke betrays the village and leaves to seek out power to get revenge. However, Naruto never gives up on his friend, even when Sasuke tries to kill him, and Sakura, and their friends, and attacks a summit between ninja villages, and kills a corrupt village elder who's the temporary Hokage, and plans to destroy their entire village, and, well, you get the idea.
It's Sasuke! I want you to cancel the elimination of Sasuke Uchiha!
At a certain point, Naruto's friendship with Sasuke becomes an unhealthy attachment, and while devotion to a friend is admirable, we would have written Sasuke off personally.
But it doesn't matter.
Yes, this argument could go either way. Not gonna lie, this could go either way. Because yes, Naruto's obsession with Sasuke is a big deal, and I kind of wish that Naruto had killed him off. But then again, without Sasuke, you wouldn't be able to see a Kaguya, you wouldn't be able to do all these things, right? And yes, I agree with his point, right? I do agree with this point. Like his obsession with Sasuke was too much, right? But then again, who take Sasuke's eyes, right? Just imagine Obito with Sasuke's eye, Obito with the Kamui combined with the Amaterasu. That's OP. That's asking for total annihilation. To be honest with you. Now, you could argue the Sage of Six Paths could give Naruto both a Rinnegan and six path sage mode. And yes, he could have done that, but I mean, Sasuke did contribute to a lot of things, like killing Deidara and stuff like that, killing Itachi. Well, I don't think Itachi was too much of a big deal, because Itachi was still loyal to the elite village, so like, you could go either way, right? He killed Danzo, which is important, because Danzo wanted to put everybody in the Kodoa Matsukami. So that's a good thing that he did, right? He killed Danzo, and everybody hated Danzo, because he's responsible for the Uchiha clan dying and stuff like that. Because I have a feeling that the third Hokage would have talked down the Fuka, Fukakatsu, or whatever his name was, Sasuke's dad, from doing the coup d'etat. Now we could also argue that Shisui would have been able to stop the coup d'etat if it wasn't for Danzo. So a lot of the things that happened was because of Danzo. So Sasuke going into the darkness was due because of Danzo. Danzo was responsible for that. So in Naruto's defense of his obsession with Sasuke, Sasuke was not really a bad person. He just did the bad things, but with the right good intentions, per se. He wanted revenge for his village, not his village, for his clan. And then when he discovered that his own village was the one who betrayed his clan and assassinated everyone, forced Itachi to assassinate everyone, that's when he was pissed off at the village and wanted to destroy them. And yeah.
What you been doing? I get it, Sasuke.
Number 1, neglecting his family.
Oof. Oh no.
While most
no.
of Naruto's previous faults are due to the inexperience of youth, his worst failings occur as an adult.
悪い日向ちょっと行かなきゃなんだ。またかよ。ちょっと厄介なことが起こっ。いつもそうだ。
After finally becoming Hokage, Naruto spends much of his time working as the village leader, to the point where he neglects his wife and children.
この間ボルトの誕生日だったんだろ？
ああ、あいつには悪いことしちまった。でも今の俺はHokageだ。
One particularly egregious example occurs when Naruto sends off one of these clones to attend his daughter's birthday, despite promising to attend himself. What was Naruto's ninja way again? I never...
Oof. Just like number 2, this one can go either way, right? This one go either way too. Yes, Naruto could spend a little more time with his family. I do agree. He could just leave a clone in the office every now and then and go with his family, right? And yeah, but then again, he's the Hokage. There's certain things that the village needs him for, right? In case of an emergency, like with the, how you call it, Shinoshiha arc, right? That was a problem that Naruto himself had to go to, right? And if there's a certain situation that's happening in another village, he has to be there, right? And there's certain things that he needs to do as the Hokage. So like it's almost like being president. Think of it as this, right? When you're the child of the president, right? You don't get to spend too much time with your father. Reason being that he's doing a lot of work just to maintain peace and stability around his country, right? In case of Naruto, he has to be able to maintain the peace that he worked so hard to establish. Because remember, the world of Naruto was always at war, or always in the brink of war. So now that it's a time of peace, he needs to keep that going. And not just that, he has to maintain the village in economically, right? He needs to know, he needs to be able to decide what can be done to improve the quality of life of the village or not. So really, Naruto's schedule is not, it's a really tight schedule. And yes, he could just leave clone in the office, but remember the shadow clone jutsu is a very complicated jutsu too. And we see Naruto use it around the village just to help out, right? And what people don't consider that everything that the clones experience, their exhaustion and their and lack of sleep, they're all transferring to Naruto when the shadow clone jutsu is undone. So that's why you always see him half dead and always tired because if he has like 1,000 shadow clones, they're all tired and they're suffering from sleep deprivation. When the jutsu is undone, the sleep deprivation, it's on Naruto 1,000 times worse. So and yeah, it wouldn't really make a difference if he leaves a clone in the office, cause if that clone decides not to sleep, all that would just crash down into Naruto when the Shadow Clone Jutsu is undone, and he could be doing something simple as cleaning the dishes. Oop, goes to sleep. So, and there's a lot of paperwork to be done, as we see multiple times. There's also he has to assign missions as well. And assigning missions is really important because you do not want to give an S rank mission to a Genin just fresh out of the academy, right? And that's something a a Hokage can do among other people. So really, Naruto has his hands tied when he's Hokage, right? So really, this argument is not as solid as the other 5 or 6 that I gave to Watch Mojo, but it could go either way, right? Being Hokage is really a difficult job, and really Naruto hardly has any time to train too, so he's probably getting a little rusty. So you have to take that into account. Whew. Yes, that's kind of a good argument too. Like Naruto should be spending more time with his family, but he has responsibilities as Hokage, right? Like you're not gonna quit your own job just to spend time with your family because that's what your family is depending on. And remember, Hinata doesn't have a job, so they need to pay rent. Somebody gotta pay the bills. Right? Yeah, I mean, I guess, right? So yeah, let's see. Oh, 20 mil. Let's change that. Boom, boom. All right.
I go back on my word. Yeah, that's right.
まっすぐ自分の言葉を曲げねえ。それが俺の人道だ。
So, not only is he letting down his family, he's also betraying his own fundamental ethos for paperwork.
ちゃんと向き合ってくれてたら
That's true.
今こんな状況にはなってねえってばさ
Oh, he's a right old bugger, that Naruto.
Nice job, man. Like you actually brought some good points. I wasn't expecting that from Watch Mojo to be honest. So yeah, like holy shit. Like I'll never go back on my word. Misses his son and daughter's birthday. Yeah. That's a good point. he's going be he's going back on his word. He should have like gone to his family and spent time during those important occasions. Yeah, good point on that one. Well, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and actually subscribe to Watch Mojo. They have pretty good people working there, I guess. Like this guy, man, he's amazing. He brought some points that I could hardly argue with, and I tried my best. But like, yeah, some of them were half and half. Some of them were like, yeah, you're wrong, but yeah, he brought a lot of good points. I'm actually glad he is a fan of
Disney,
Naruto.
did you like this video? Maybe let us know in the comments below. Watch one of these other videos.
Yeah, he's definitely watched Naruto because he knows how to ask the right questions and say what the right things. So yeah, like and subscribe and check them out. Really send them love, and I'll leave a link to the original video if you're interested. And I'll see you soon.